Hey everyone, welcome. It is wonderful to have you here today. I appreciate it. I hope you all have been staying healthy and safe. To start today, if you end up liking this video or any of my other videos, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. To all my wonderful subscribers, I love y'all. I appreciate you. So to start with, we're going to go through my Patchouli note perfumes. And let me see, Patchouli, vanilla, and praline are my favorite notes in perfumes. So this is kind of fun for me. And I was going to do like a top 5 or like top 10, but I only have like maybe 8 or 9. So I'm just going to go through all the ones that I have. So this first one is Miss Dior. And I have never been good with remembering like what version is which, what year it was reformulated, because they have done so many versions of this perfume. But I do believe this is 2017. I didn't like the 2019 version. It just wasn't sweet enough for me. It was just kind of sharp. But so to go through the notes of Miss Dior, this has patchouli, of course, rosewood, lemon, mandarin, pink pepper. I am not at all a fan of pink pepper, period. I have never liked it in perfumes. I tolerate it, I guess, because it's masked by, you know, the other notes. But when it dominates, it's a little bit much for me. And it can dominate a little bit in this one in the initial spray, but as it dries down, it's really, really pretty. And the patchouli and kind of the rosewood come out a lot more. So the dry down is gorgeous on this one. So patchouli note perfume number 1. This is Miss Dior 2017 version. All right, next one we have here. This is one, you know, that a lot of us have, and I will always love it. I don't care how people say it's played out. This is Vie Est Belle. Now, I'm not going to talk about this one so much. I'm going to talk about the intense version, because the intense version is heavy on the patchouli, and that's why I like this one. This one has patchouli, it has tonka, iris, pear, bergamot, pink pepper, there's that note again, blackcurrant, bud, hazelnut, and tuberose. The pink pepper for me is pretty much completely masked in this one by the other notes. It's, as the name implies, it's super strong. So I have worn this to work, but with not more than one spray, and it lasted from beginning to end of the day. I mean, any of you guys who are familiar with Lancome's, the Vie Est Belle, they're strong, they last. So this one is a favorite. This is the intense version. Now, the one that my heart absolutely belongs to is the Absolute version, because it's got this just sweet praline note. So to go through the notes in this one, we have patchouli, of course, vanilla, iris, orange blossom, praline, and cashmere. This one is so beautiful to me, and it's sweet, but it's not a candy type of sweet. It's just an elegant, pretty, it is sugary. Definitely can't say that it's not sugary. It definitely is, but it's just like that sexy date night, beautiful, pretty sweet. And I've worn this to work also, and it's just like in heaven all day getting whiffs of this. So this is one of my other patchouli note perfumes. This is Vie Est Belle, and this is the Absolute version. And I have always loved these little bottles with these little scarves on them. So that is the Absolute. Okay, so these two are interesting, and I'm going to talk about these together. So I have mentioned Queen Latifah's Queen in previous videos, because I think she did an absolutely beautiful job with this perfume. So the notes in this one: Indonesian patchouli, coriander, excuse me, the police car outside if y'all can hear that. Okay, coriander, sandalwood, cognac, bergamot, vanilla, tonka absolute, Egyptian incense, musk. It is so beautiful. It's kind of like warm and kind of boozy a little bit, but this is one of the prettiest perfumes I have ever smelled, and this is Queen by Queen Latifah. Now, interestingly, one that I got, this is from Swiss Arabian. Now, this one is called Queen also. This one is not like Queen Latifah's Queen. This is a very good dupe of Vie Est Belle / Flower Bomb. Because when I smelled this, immediately I was hit with something that was like, Yeah, very familiar. It smells a lot like La Vie Est Belle, but it's softer. It's not quite as potent with the patchouli in this one. So to go over the notes in the Swiss Arabian Queen, we have patchouli, tonka bean, vanilla praline, jasmine, iris, orange blossom, pear, and blackcurrant. So you're seeing a lot of the same notes in this one that you are seeing in La Vie Est Belle. And it does smell similar also to Flower Bomb to me. So this is kind of their version, but the price is far lower than La Vie Est Belle or the Flower Bomb. Super, super pretty. So I am not a fan of this packaging. I find the packaging like really interesting. I guess this is a female shape. Oh, okay. And maybe like she's wearing her crown or her hat. I'm not sure what's going on here, but yeah. Anyway, I do love this one. I absolutely do love this one, and it lasts just as long as, I don't want to say the originals because I don't want to call this a dupe, though it kind of sort of is. But this one, all the Swiss Arabians perfumes to me, they're like very well made. None of them kind of dissipate quickly. So anyway, this is one that I don't know if a lot of you guys are familiar with. This is Queen by Swiss Arabian. Really, really pretty, but basically kind of a dupe of La Vie Est Belle. All right, another one from Swiss Arabian, we have Jahir Al Sheila. This one I have talked about previously because it can be a little bit much. And going over the notes in here, patchouli, oud, and vanilla and some rose. It's spicy, it's a little bit sweet, it can be a little bit potent. I just recommend that if you do try this, just please don't do more than one spray, because it's gonna just be, just from my opinion, it's just gonna be a little bit overbearing. It's the oud that can kind of, you know, be a little bit much for some people. I've talked about that in previous videos. Anybody who knows about oud, if you're not familiar with it, it can just be like a lot for you to kind of take in. But it is pretty. It's pretty with one spray. It's just too much outside of that. But I wanted to include it in this, yes, because it has patchouli in it, but you know, if you know how to handle this one right, if you're even-handed with it, it can be really, really beautiful. So this is Jahir Al Sheila from Swiss Arabian. All right, coming up on the end, a lot of us are familiar with this one, Mon Paris by Yves Saint Laurent. And in this one, we have patchouli, jasmine, orange blossom, strawberry, raspberry, pear, bergamot. And the strawberry and raspberry are super dominant in this one. It's just fruity more than anything, like this fruit burst and then like this dry down with the patchouli. It's beautiful. It really is. I'm not sure why I don't wear this one that much. Also could be because I have too much other stuff to wear, but it's in that same La Vie Est Belle vein with the sweet and spicy going on at the same time. But again, happy to have this one. Yves Saint Laurent Mon Paris, really, really pretty patchouli note perfume. And last but not least, I will always love this one. People talk about it. Oh, they talk about this one kind of like La Vie Est Belle, like it's played out, everybody has it. I don't care. I love this one. You know, the coffee and the vanilla, the jasmine, the patchouli. It's always been just like really pretty perfume to me. I don't care, you know, if it's commonplace. That just doesn't bother me. It just smells so good. So this is one of the earlier patchouli note perfumes. I've had this for a while now. Did I get this after La Vie Est Belle? Yeah, so I've always loved this one. So Black Opium is always going to have a place in my collection. I don't care what anybody says about it. So love this one. And if any of you guys have this one, let me know. You know, I always like the different perfumes. I look for different stuff, but sometimes, you know, what is popular just is popular for a reason, because it smells good. So that's my deal with Black Opium by Yves Saint Laurent. So those are my patchouli note perfumes. Let me know the ones that you guys have, if you have any of these. And, you know, I don't know. I hope you enjoyed this. I don't need to buy any more perfume, so I'm going to be enjoying the patchouli notes in these for quite a while. And I hope you guys, again, stay safe, and I will check you out in the next video. Bye.